let's rewind the clock here. A lot of you people, a lot of you dudes, you know what the deal is right now because of the Discord, because of the Twitter. But let me give you in my own verbatim words. Last time I streamed, I had a whole game plan, right? I had a whole game plan of tackling PS5, getting it down, and to be honest with you, my expectation levels were really up there. I really felt like I had a good shot. I felt good. I felt really good. So the whole game plan was basically I was going to have my Chromebook, and while I was at work, the 11th to the 12th, rolling around at midnight, Walmart was supposed to open up, and shit would go down. And I'd be able to grab stuff, and I would try and get a console at that time. And that was the plan. If that didn't work, Target, Best Buy, GameStop, any other website, hopefully one of them would happen. Something would happen with one of them. And I had all of them open up on my Chromebook, which is kind of a small thing. And they were all auto-refreshing. While that was going on, I would be able to do my job, because I do like a job on a computer thing, and then I could always look over and just see it. And that was going to be the objective. That was it. So, the day finally comes by, I get into work, it's nearing around the 9 o'clock point, and I'm like, oh wait, this Walmart thing is actually happening at noon. So it's going to happen the next day. It's not going to happen at midnight. I had the time wrong. I fucked up. So I was kind of disappointed, right? I had all my stuff set up. I was doing my job. I'm like, man, that means I don't really have to pay attention until maybe closer to midnight for other places, like Target or something, right? Target was really the one that stood out in my mind that night, other than Walmart. So around 10 o'clock or so rolls around. I get in at 8. I'm doing my job. I get things caught up. You know, I'm starting to get things caught up. And around the 10 o'clock point, maybe 11 o'clock, Target, mysteriously, just pops open with availability on PS5s. It just opens up. And because my website is refreshing every minute, I managed to catch it within a minute's window. And I'm like, fantastic, let's get this done. I slam into it, I check out the PS5, I get to the checkout box, and it is throwing me multiple errors. It's like, confirm your address, confirm your zip code, confirm your fucking the 3 numbers on the back of your debit card, confirm all this shit. I'm confirming it over and over again, and then finally it goes through, but then it says something about the card isn't being processed or won't be processed. Something about the card is not being processed. I'm just like, what the fuck does that mean? What do you mean not being processed? Try again later. What the fuck does that mean? And I am just speedballing on this thing, right? Because not even the Twitter feeds that people have been following to try and be warned that stuff is up, not even those things had seen it as fast as I did. But somehow, the robots in charge, they fucking blasted into that shit. Within 1 minute's window, since I found it, which was also under a minute since it popped open, it was all gone. All the stock in my area was bought up. It was randomly assigning me stores within a 50-mile radius that might have 1 or 2 copies left. And I was trying to get those, but it just wasn't happening. I just kept getting the same problem. I get to the cart part, try to get past the cart, wouldn't happen. It just wouldn't happen. It would give me a card read error. It would say a stocking error. It would say, please try again. It wouldn't even be an error sometimes. It would just refresh my cart checkout page. Couldn't figure it out. Really couldn't figure it out. So that 1 minute opportunity goes by. And my brother, I actually called my brother up on the phone. We're both hammering away. It's no bueno. It's not happening. It's dead. I hang up with him, and I'm pretty dejected. You know, I'm like, fuck. This potentially was it. This was my shot. This might have been it. This is the only shot I get. Potentially might be my only shot. About an hour or two later, Target starts doing the same thing again, but with different stores. They start throwing more stores at me that I can try. And my hope gets up again, but the exact same problems again. It won't accept my card. My card is not having a problem. It's just saying it won't accept my card. Or it's saying other things. You know, it's just random. Everybody was getting these errors, as I found out later. So it wasn't anything to do with me. It's just the website wouldn't process this shit. So second time, kind of came around a few hours after the first. I'm dejected again. You know, my heart sinks, totally depressed, super fucking sucks. Now, at this point, it's probably like 2 a.m., something like that, 2 a.m. And I'm feeling low. You know, I was like, that was it. You know, if I couldn't make that happen, I was going to fucking, I didn't know what I was going to do. What up, Tulin? How's it going? Yeah, I don't want to play, but I have to stream. You know how it is? I wanted to spite stream Tekken, but I'm just so into the PS5, I don't want to think or do anything. Maybe we'll switch and we'll play some Tekken together or something, because honestly, I don't know what I want to do. I don't want to do anything. I just want to sit here and think about where my PS5 is going to show up. You know, that's all I want to do. Any case, give me a little bit. I want to recap, because I haven't streamed since I did the setup stream about getting a PS5. So, it's like 2 a.m., shit rolls by, and I'm dejected, right? I tried out Target, it didn't work twice. 2 different windows, no good. Absolutely no good. I'm like totally bummed out. I gotta get back to work. I'm fucking trying to get all my work caught up, and like, it just sucked. I was at a real low point, because that felt like it was it. It was the cart was in the checkout and everything. I was just so, I thought I had it. It was in a real life scenario. It was as though somebody ran into the checkout aisle, grabbed the console out of my cart, and then ran out of the store. And it did that multiple times. People came in, grabbed it, and just ran out of the store. That's what it felt like, trying to get this fucking checkout. It was hopeless. I felt hopeless. Oh. In that hopelessness, I'm trying to get my job done. And while I was hammering away at this Target website, I was also juggling work, because all these other agents are calling me for help. I'm trying to get work done. And so there's a lot of stress. Like this thing is inducing a ton of stress into my normally kind of stressful job. Man, you won Andy Milkas's PS5? Who the fuck is Andy Milonakis? Who the fuck is that? Is that even a word? Okay, whatever. Look, I'm trying to tell a story here, okay? You understand? Low point of my shit. Around 5, 6 o'clock comes around that time frame. And my brother gives me a call. He's like, dude, I think Best Buy is opening up. I think the website is starting to throw shit because I see a yellow button. And I look over into my screen, and sure enough, there is a yellow button. Now, I was so dejected by the Target thing that I was like, all right, I'm just going to wait for Walmart, and that'll be at 9 a.m. But this is like 5, 6 in the morning, and Best Buy opens up a yellow bar. And I'm like, hit that shit. And we both go in and hit that shit. And we get a cart into we get a PS5 into the cart. We hit the checkout. It gives us the same shit Target was doing. Verify all this shit, even though I already verified it. And then the card didn't work. It would just say something like, this card can't be processed. And the very first time I see that, like, I'm like doing this, right? I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm not sure how to feel. I'm like losing my mind. But I tell my brother to stop, because we're on the phone. And I'm like, hang on. I see a PayPal option. And I have enough streamers money to pay for a PS5 on my PayPal. Let's switch over the PayPal real fast and try that. That's what I did, and it worked. It worked, and it resulted in this beautiful baby boy right here. Wow. I can't even tell you how excited I was when I saw that. I was so ecstatic that it worked. It was amazing. What do you mean you're welcome? You put Andy Milakostas' PS5 up on fucking Best Buy website? That's the one I bought? Is that why it's going to take till fucking Tuesday? Who the hell is Andy whatever? Man. Why do you have to interrupt my shit, huh? I'm trying to tell a story here. I know you're already well aware, because I talked shit in the Discord while it was all happening, because I was at work. But nobody else knows. Everybody knows. Everybody that comes to this chat is in the Discord, so everybody already knows. Still, I gotta retell it with my mouth, okay? I can't just do my fingers. I gotta use my mouth to retell the story. Best Buy. Finally, it works. I get some shit purchased off Best Buy, and I'm feeling much better. I'm so happy that it worked. But there's a catch, right? And you can see it in this AFK thing here. Preparing for pickup on Tuesday. What the fuck does that mean? What do you mean Tuesday? Today is launch day. How did I buy a console at launch and don't have it at launch? What happened? So, I don't know. I'm not really sure what happened, but I'm so happy that I even got it registered that it's like, whatever. I finish my workday, I get home, it's like 8:30, 9 o'clock. At least you're guaranteed. I get home 8:30, 9 o'clock. And I'm like, fuck that shit. Why is that saying that? I want to play right now. It's launch day. So I call up the Best Buy, and they're like, you actually got a PS5? And they're like, we've been doing... It took an hour. It took a solid hour to get through Best Buy's customer service. Just to get to a person. I'm not kidding. You can resell for a lot more than $1,000 too. But it takes an hour to get through customer service. And the chick on the phone is like, yeah, people are really upset. Because nobody got one. No legitimate person got one. Nothing but robots did. And so the chick is just like, well, let's take a look at your order. Yeah, I see your order. It looks legitimate. You got everything here. But it does say Tuesday. Possibly because your store didn't get any stock. Or the stock that was coming to your store might have been redirected to a different store that had more pre-orders that they couldn't fill. What you need to do is actually call the store or go to the store and confirm with them if there's any stock. Now, the funny thing is I had actually called the store when I was talking to this customer service chick. So something about the store's number was redirecting to that. So I decided, after an hour being on the phone, that I would drive down to Best Buy and be like, what's the scoop, man? What's going on? I go in the Best Buy, and I swoop on down to the customer service area, and there's these just two typical Best Buy nerds hanging out there, and I'm just like, hey, I'm kind of a standard... I'm one of those special unicorn guys, because I actually got a PS5 just a few hours ago. And they look at me with, like, the blankest of expression. They're like, what? And one of them looked at me like he was gonna say my dad's dead or something. You know, he looked at me like he was gonna say, like, I'm sorry, man, you didn't actually buy it. You know, it was like he was anticipating pulling up my order and not having an order there, and he would have to explain, look, you might have had it, but you didn't check out with it, and the order wasn't created. You know, he was giving me that like, I gotta tell your daughter's paraplegic look or some shit. You know, he was not happy because he probably, because he thought I would fucking chimp out or something and start, you know, thrashing the store or some shit in my nerd rage. You know, like, I don't know. He probably thought I'd lose my shit. But I'm just like calm. I'm collected. I'm just like, yeah, you know, I got it. I got the check order and everything. It's in my email and stuff. And it says Tuesday. I know. I looked the type, right? I'm not a very reserved man. And so the guy's like, all right, let me look it up. And he looks it up, and he taps on the arm of the guy next to him. He's like, yo. He just taps and goes, yo. And the other guy just goes, wow. The other guy just says, wow. Oh, man. Both of them turn to me, and they're like, man, congratulations. This is a real order. You actually ordered a PS5. And I'm just like, yeah, I can't believe it either. I mean, I had to kill all sorts of Terminator robots to get here. And he's... so one of them is like, now, let me go check up on this, because we never actually got a real order through to our site before. We never had anybody actually contact the store, because everybody who ordered it was a robot, and the robot goes through a certain shipping instance, not a pickup instance. So, so they both go into the back room, and they're back there for maybe like a minute, and then one of them comes back and goes, so, I am sorry, we don't actually have any stock of a PS5 at all. We were supposed to have stock today, but it seems like the stock got redirected potentially to another store. The next time we're going to have PS5 in stock is theoretically on Tuesday. However, this is, again, theoretical. He just says this is theoretical. We don't know exactly if we're going to have the PS5 on Tuesday, but we're supposed to get more stock to fulfill our pre-orders, and it's not here yet. Right? Damn. I'm like, so I got the order. It's and I'm just like, so basically I just fought robots for a pre-order, and he's like, basically, yeah, because whatever we were supposed to get, we didn't get. It went somewhere else, probably because demand was greater at another store. So now we have to wait for this other stock of PS5 to come in. Tuesday is the day the system says it will be here. We think it could be here any day because we just don't really know. And he didn't say this part, but I was inferring. If he says it could be here any day, then it could also not be here on Tuesday. See what I'm saying? Because they don't really know. They don't know if it's going to be there or not. They're just expecting stock. They don't know if it actually is going to be there. So I was kind of poking around a bit, I was just like, well, I got an order. I got a pre-order on launch day, I guess. But you're saying that it might not even be here. It might actually be here earlier than Tuesday. That probably also means it might not even be here Tuesday, huh? And the guy's is like, well, maybe, I don't know. I mean, it's supposed to be here. That's what the system says. He's giving me that whole, please don't go down that path because I have to tell you I don't know. He's like, please don't ask the questions I can't give you answers to. Yeah. Check daily. Sometimes things come early. Yeah, okay. You spelled cum C-U-M early. Is that a joke at me being a virgin? Whatever. So, I don't know how to feel, man. Like, I should have gotten a PS5 right away because it's launch day. That's how they sold it on the store. And when I even when I ordered the thing on the store, in my checkout menu, it said today. It said, schedule a pickup today. But when I got to my actual order page complete, and I got the email, both of those said the 17th. So, I wasn't really sure how to feel. I left, I got home, and I pulled up my order again on the computer, and I'm just like, well, I should feel really, really good, because nobody at my store got a PS5. No one. I'm the only one at my store that got a PS5. All the other PS5s that were destined for my store either went to a different store or they're already purchased like pre-order wise and need to be acquired because bots. So that's what I'm telling myself at this point. I'm just telling myself, be happy. That's what I'm telling myself. Just, yeah, you gotta go until Tuesday till you can fucking play Spider-Man again. But be happy, man. At least you're getting a PS5. Yeah, blessed by the PS5 gods. Isn't that how it is? God of War himself, Kratos, came down, his son on his shoulder, and handed me a PlayStation 5 and said, go now, my child. Play your Spider-Man in 60 frames per second, or perhaps with ray tracing on. It's your choice. And then he left.